What's up, y'all? Say, man, this topic right here, I feel a lot of people misinformed, they confused, and some might even mean well, but my man Hold the Line Ministries, Brother Keith, put something out on Facebook about addiction. I mean, hey, bro, because he came out of that war. You know what I'm saying? God blessed him, came out, got the scars to prove it. And some people commented on what he said, but the thing is, you can see that man's heart for that. He got a heart for people with addictions, people that struggling, people that homeless people and everything. He has a heart for it. But the thing about addiction, especially sometimes with Christians, is if you have never been through that, it's gonna be hard for you to understand what a person's going through, because you automatically thinking, man, all they gotta do is want to quit. Why don't you just quit? And it's not that simple, bro. It's not that simple. And you see some people saying, oh man, they don't, they don't want to change. They listen, bro. Do you know what it's like to have a beast like that on your back? And we know Christ can deliver us from that. He's the only one that can. And we have testimony after testimony of people that have. But the thing is, who are you to say when Christ will do whatever? He knows how long to keep us in the furnace until we see, until we like Nebuchadnezzar, until our eyes can lift up and we can see Christ for who he is. Because until then you just, maybe that person's not ready yet. Maybe because I'm going to tell you right now, if you'd have seen me 10 years ago or before that, I was saved, had a heart for God, but the thing is, I was still out there on them drugs. And I wanted to change, I did. I wanted to change, but I prayed every night, God deliver me, God deliver me. And you know what? It didn't happen overnight, but he did it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, not everybody's gonna go on the same time. They got some people that need to be in treatment for a while like me. And they got some people that need to be, they could just get off right quick. But not everybody's the same. You to say, oh, just quit, you have no idea. I remember when BG, the rapper BG, used to have that song, you know what I'm saying? He'll say that he got that monkey on his back. And it's true. You have no idea what that's like. You have no idea to be addicted and you can't stop. Even if you can, you gotta get past that physical, but then you got the mental. And not only that, everybody around you is doing it. It's hard, man. It's damn near impossible. That's why you need Christ. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you get off. Because I'm going to say right now, if you really, truly get off, God blesses you with that ability and that opportunity to get straight, you better get everybody away from you. Everyone, man. That's like a person like me. I can't smoke, I can't drink, I can't do nothing. Nothing. Because I might fall back into that. But they got some people I seen, they've come out that life, but then I see them still dibbling. They might smoke here and there. And look, some might be able to handle it, bro. Just smoking. But for me and a lot of others, that is a gateway drug. That's the first thing that us addicts ever did usually. Beer and weed is the first drug that we've ever took. And women, you know what I'm saying? That's the first addiction that guys that come from where I come from usually have. And it ain't supposed to be like that, man. But through Christ, he delivers. But who are you to say when? You see what happens sometimes with Jesus, he knows what he's doing, and he knows, all right, if I deliver them now, they're not gonna fully see who I am. And that's why he keeps us in there. Like he did with Pharaoh. He could have allowed Pharaoh to let the children out, and they would have avoided all them plagues. But that's not what God wanted to do. He said, no. For what they've done, I want them to feel everything. I want them to feel all the plagues that I will bring on them. That's why he hardened Pharaoh's heart. Sometimes God will allow addiction, allow certain things until that person's eyes are lifted up to him and they're like, I see now, Lord. I see now. Because sometimes God's like, let's see, he knows, but you don't know how much faith you have. You know? It's like that movie with Liam Neeson, the guy from Taken. It was a movie when he was fighting. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. That movie when he was fighting them, his plane crashed and he was in the desert, in that frozen place, in the wilderness, and had them wolves around him, right? And he had that part where everybody done died that was on the plane. So, and he was an atheist. And he gets around, the wolves surround him at the end, right? So the whole movie he's denying God. Then all of a sudden, he lifts up his head and he starts crying, I believe in you now, deliver me. Nothing happens. So what you think he does? You think he's like, he died like that, believing in God? Nope. What happened was, he said, you know what? That's just what I thought. I'll handle it myself. Wolves ate him. Because that man did not want to believe. He really didn't believe. He was just crying out because of how desperate he was. But if his heart would have really been changed, he would have cried out and said, whether you deliver me or not, I'm serving you here. Because I know who you are now. You see? The thing is, what you think God, see, this is man. Man has so much pride that we think we're just going to deny him all our life. And then because one day you feel like you believe in him and you're in a desperate situation because he don't split heaven open to deliver you, he's not God. He's still God, man. Whether you believe in him or not, he's still God. That's like, remember that movie with Tupac, Gridlock? He was a drug addict, and him and the guy wanted to go get clean, and they knocked on the guy's window, and the guy was busy. He kept saying, hold on. The man's like, see, that's the problem. We want to get clean, but every time we try to get clean, somebody don't want to help us. And the guy said, hold up, you think the world's supposed to stop because today is the day that you chose to not be a dopehead? So God knows what he's doing when it comes to people with addiction. But it's the people to me that drive me crazy, is the people that say, man, just quit. It ain't that simple. Or if he can't stop for his kids, then I don't know what can happen with him. Look, man, addiction is real, man. That thing will have you. It's like, it's one of the saddest things, bro, because it's like you're in a nightmare. It's like you are really in a nightmare because you cannot get out. You lose everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like a possession, you know what I'm saying? But I know no believer could be possessed. But your mind is messed up when you get on them drugs. And that's why I tell kids, man, I beg them, please leave it alone. Don't smoke, don't drink. Because once your mind is altered like that, Satan got you. Satan got you, man. Satan can make you believe anything. Once you on them drugs and you hear a song, it don't matter if that feeling is real or not. You're going to feel something and you're going to move towards that feeling because of the drug. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. I don't know who's hearing this, but any of y'all out there that's young and you've never messed with drugs, like my son, I always tell him, I'm like, my man, you have an opportunity to stay away because you never touched it. Don't touch it. Because if you don't know, you might touch that and you might enjoy that. And that's all it takes. And listen, I know they got some people that like, well, that ain't me. I can do this. Well, that's you. That's you. You know? But they got some out here who they take it and they get addicted quick. So what we supposed to do? Legalize everything? That's why the nation that we live in, man, I'm like, It's foolishness because they are legalizing drugs. And mark my words, one day cocaine will be legal, crack will be legal because they're gonna want to tax it. And it's sad because, man, people dying from this for real. Like, the addiction is a nightmare, y'all. It's a nightmare, and only Jesus himself can grab you. And I know, listen, I know they got non-believers out there that's got off drugs. You think you did it. I know you think you did it. You didn't do that. That's God's grace, man. That's God's grace. That's God's mercy getting you out of that, even though you deny him. So don't think that you did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to tell you right now, man, I pray for people with addiction. But if you know somebody that's on addiction, be on your knees, man. Be on your face calling out to God, because that's the only really thing that can help them is Christ. Because you beating them, listen, you in their face every day telling them they got to clean up ain't helping. Because people did that to me all the time, but I ignored them. Until that person's ready. You see, I was ready, but I didn't know how. But until that person's ready, God can't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? But once the person's ready, I'm not saying God will automatically on that moment yank them out of it. But that's like until you admit that you're a sinner, you know what I'm saying? That's like until you see the commandments as a mirror to point you to Christ, you ain't ready. You know? But I just wanted to make this video because my man Keith, man, he got a heart for addiction. He got a heart for people that's homeless. He got a heart, and people gonna always say what they're gonna say, man. People gonna always have a comment. But I'm not even saying the person that made that comment was trying to go against him. But he's so passionate, man. You know. But I feel him though. I feel him, bro. Addiction's too serious, man. Addiction is too serious to be played with like that. We can't have no negativity when it comes to that. You can't have none. And anybody out there dibbling and dabbling with addiction, I'm gonna tell you right now, you playing Russian roulette every day. If you have addiction problem and God brought you out and you still drink wine every now and then, you playing Russian roulette every day. You smoke. See, that's the thing, man. We've and listen, weed ain't. Yeah, you're right. Weed is not as harmless. I mean, it's not as harmful as the other drugs. I know. But that ain't the thing. That ain't what I'm talking about. It's the people with addiction personalities. We take that and we like, man, if this made me feel good, what if I do that with this? You know? And because we've been doing it for so long, is that I never thought I'd quit smoking weed. Never did. Never thought I'd quit smoking. But Jesus, because I even told my wife, I said, listen, you got me smoking, I'm staying smoking. Even after I got off the other stuff. But I had no plans to, but you know what? God had a different plan. He's like, where we going, you can't bring that with you. Because God's grace, wow, on that was so amazing. All right, y'all. Later.